And we're back with the top 8 finalists for the Demon Rush $10,000 championship. Today we got Justyn the Gatekeeper piloting Evil versus David Hernandez piloting his Open the Door and Holy deck. We also have Brandon versus Scott Abbott, Stephen Gray versus Cody Bodnar playing his one-turn kill deck. And as we saw in the top 8, Ginken Okami played against Joey Bellafiore. A couple mistakes by Ginken cost him the game, and Joey will be going on to top 4. But today, we're going to focus here on Justyn the Gatekeeper versus David Hernandez. This battle is going to be intense. Let's jump in. Justyn going 3-1 in Swiss. David, I believe, also went 3-1, maybe 2-2. This should be the first round seed versus the last seed, so I think David actually must have went 2-2 in Swiss. And he'll be playing the top seed, which is Justyn, who's 3-1 because Stephen Gray, although he won in round 4 against Justyn, he has a tie against Brandon, so he is 2-1-1.
Whoever has more life wins. Oh shit. 6.
Wow, these guys are tying on the dice roll.
8. 6.
And David will go first with Holy. Huge advantage for him.
We cut, yeah, we both did, yeah. You too, brother. Hey, talk about.
A lot of trash talk between these two on Discord leading up to this tournament. And this is going to be a lot of pride on the line here in this battle. But I'm happy the guys they shook hands and are being gentlemen about it. It's always good to see.
No, I live in the area, actually. I live like 10 minutes from the station.
No fancy editing for this one. This was not under the feature match camera. David is going to Soren, discarding Yamura, the Eternal Phoenix, setting up his Dorn plays for later already. And Justyn just drops Pasley off the bat.
Oh shit, so my rush. Is he triggered lower? He does not.
Effect does not activate because there are no soldiers on the battlefield for his effect to fulfill the requirements and activate. And he will punch David in the face for 7 health. Let's see what David's got for that Pasley. Renee comes out. David bodies the Pasley and Justyn sleeps it so that the body will fizzle, but wow, and so wow, oh my god, what a chain. Triple sleeping potion versus body double contradict, and now David, if he can play another Renee, he can get over that Pasley. He's at 3 Imperium here. Should be at 3.
Could you spend 6, 7,
spent 8, and then replenished 1.
Yep. So 5, and then that's right. You'll be at 5. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. He must have played Church turn 1. I missed that.
So I can track it.
See, that would make sense. Sorry about the camera angle. Cosmic Energy comes out and pops the Pasley after all that work. After that monstrously big trade, both players essentially burned their whole hands turn 1 to try and kill a Pasley versus save the Pasley. Justyn ended up winning the trade, but Cosmic Energy, after all of that, coming through to just kill it. That's devastating for Justyn. If that Pasley stayed on the board, it probably would have been game. And unbelievable amounts of work that Cosmic Energy just did for David to keep him in this game. Anybody who was sleeping on Cosmic Energy is definitely awaking to it after this tournament as to exactly how powerful it really is. David telling me during the tournament that he specifically built his deck to go up against Evil and beat it, but he had a lot of holy matches in the tournament that he lost to. Forgotten Coin comes out after the Soren effect, and David will take Yamura, although he doesn't really want that in his hand. He'll take the +1 if he can. Justyn does have the Citadel. While both players are very low on cards here, if Justyn can get Skeleton and ramp up, draw a bunch of cards, he can lean on David's neck and win this game. I figure there'll be probably be a lot of passing here for the next few turns as both players burn their hands in that one trade.
Plus 4 lower, right? Yep. I'll sacrifice it.
And kind of a desperate sacrifice here from Justyn. Sacrifices Ravana. Skeleton or Cemetery would have been better, but
Almost just goes for 4.
his engine is not really working.
For 7. Into Renee. I will.
And Justyn uses body on the Renee and then apples his ghost to refill his hand. 2 cards here. Pretty much still just a 1-for-1 trade, but Justyn did get to filter through 3 cards of his deck to hunt for some more powerful cards. And David will continue to use Sorin. Another Forgotten Coin comes out, gets Renee, plays Renee. And with that Church, he's now attacking for 8. He does have a Church on the board, it's just off camera.
Get 11. I'll spend 5. Chains Renee.
And Justyn uses Chains on Renee. And then uses Body Obstruct. That will not work.
I don't think you can do that. Because
if he sleepings Renee's effect, then Chains will destroy her.
Sleeping Renee's effect, like if I chains it, wouldn't it die from chains then? So if I chains Renee and then he activates effect, can he sleep in the effect and keep her alive? She would die from chains then.
Well, the chains, huh?
If you sleep your own Renee, then Chains is going to kill her.
Well, so chains resolves, trying to kill this, and then he resolves.
You have to fight.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
So a little bit of a misplay there from David. Thought that the sleeping potion would keep Renee alive from body obstruct, but it would not keep it alive from Chains of Destruction.
Yep.
Because if sleeping potion is the last card being played in the link, then that would resolve first. Renee will have no effect, and then Chains will activate and destroy her. So it looks like David just straight up drops Yamra, going down to 4 Imperium here after prior beats. And then uses Sorin, dropping down to 2. He's getting all the coins here. Deck is really starting to ramp up, and Justyn's evil deck is not ramping up at equal speed. Desperately needs a Skeleton Warrior.
Yeah, I'll have 2. I'll take 11.
And meanwhile, he's getting hit in the face by pretty big bodies.
Good.
And he goes for game, and that's game 1. Forgotten Coin just putting in the work.
Yeah, triple sleeping.
That huge trade in the beginning.
It's like,
If I didn't see the Cosmic, it would have been good.
well, I need the soldiers though.
Yeah.
Like not getting soldiers kills me. Oh shit! I'm gonna side. What am I doing here?
Yeah, that massive opening play. So you had Pasley and 3 sleeping potions versus Body Obstruct, Contradict, Cosmic Energy. And again, if that Cosmic Energy didn't come out, the Pasley stays on the board. That allows his Ghost or Ravana to start proccing off the Renees, drawing cards, getting free kills. The whole game would have been completely different if it were not for that one Cosmic Energy to take out the threat of the Chipotle burrito that is Pasley. That was a very surprising game. I think both players played it perfectly. There's just not much you can do sometimes. Main decking the Cosmic Energy did what it was meant to do, which was take out Pasley so your deck doesn't get shut down. And we really did not see a lot of players running Cosmic Energy before this tournament, but coming into the tournament, we've seen 3 players, I believe, so far in our future matches running Cosmic Energy. Gets rid of Arcog, gets rid of Seapasley. It's probably the best removal card for them. But it doesn't really do too much in Holy. Besides, sometimes I think like if they want to divine their own soldier, you chain Cosmic. You can like win some trades using Cosmic energies. I probably wouldn't side it in or main it versus Holy if I had a choice. Really not too many good targets, like Pavana maybe. Renee isn't necessarily the best target, but it can help get rid of her, I guess. Play your own Renee, attack over their Renee, and then Cosmic it. But there is a very good counter to Cosmic Energy, and that is Candle of the Hopeless. Extremely good against Chains and Cosmic and Coffin, which a lot of players are running here in the tournament. And I know some of the evil players like Scott, I believe, was running 3 Candle. I saw him doing some crazy things with candles and weight stones and completely taking his opponent by surprise. But I don't believe that Justyn runs any of those cards. And now we're going to go into game 2. Justyn will definitely go first. Says his hand is good.
Okay. Better.
Opens up with the Arcog. Very strong opening evil play. Just Arcog defend. Let's see if David gets the coins here again. He does. And he just straight up passes. Probably has a Chains or a Coffin online. Justyn has to be careful here. Luckily did not get Cosmic'd. And Urzen is a very good counter to all the removal I was just mentioning. And Justyn smartly here just leaves his Urzen on the board. In case anything is used to destroy that Arcog, he can chain and draw 2 and get net a +1. And David's going to use Ring of Atonement. This is a card we have not seen in the top 8 at all, or in the tournament. He's going to try to set up a big hand.
Yep.
And by discarding Forgotten Coin and Renee at the same time, Forgotten Coin will activate targeting Renee. And he will add her back to his hand. So essentially did not take a -1 from playing the ring. And plays another Ancient Coin. And yeah, with that,
That's nice. 2 turns, 2 Ancient Coins.
drawing 3 cards like that, you kind of build the perfect hand very quickly. You just have to sacrifice a turn, essentially. And he plays Church Renee. Prayer beads go back up to 5. And I don't know if was David prepared for this? He's at 3. That works. And that would make Arcog die to the body. It would cause a replay. He could use the Arcog to keep his Urzen alive, though.
Urzen will be slugged. Arcog will die from body. And replay.
So that was a 2-for-1 trade, and not the best trade for David here. He used body and sleeping just to take out 1 Arcog that is still online. Well, no, he just used it to protect the Urzen, but he desperately needs a soldier here to use with his Urzen. And there's Seapasley. That'll give him enough damage to walk over Renee. And yeah, just 1 point enough, just enough damage to walk over that Renee. Will that go through? Oh, that's actually a nice move. Divines to see Pasley. It will cause a replay because the soldier has been removed from the battlefield, but it will not force Urzen to crash into Renee. But he's basically forcing Justyn to sack or he's going to lose that Urzen, and so Justyn opts to take the +1 again. He's dominating in cards here, I think. And after the sack, he's able to bring out Bone Mac and vanquish her.
She'll be vanquished with effect. You're using it? Yeah, I'll use effect. You have to with Bone Mac. It doesn't say can.
And that's actually huge for Justyn because the Forgotten Coin cannot get back that Renee. So that was he took a +1 that turn and vanquished Renee. So it was a huge turn for Justyn. That Urzen put David in a very awkward position, forced him to use a lot of cards he didn't necessarily want to use and trade in a way that he lost advantage. But Pavana comes out and Justyn does not have that Arcog in his cemetery anymore.
Welcome to sleeping.
Attack, Sleeping Potion, Contradict, and then...
Oh, that's right. I apologize. I guess now you know, eh?
And Justyn, too quickly, too fast, tries to activate Body Obstruction on Pavana's effect, but David did not choose to use the effect or not yet. It is an optional effect that says you can. Whenever a card says you can, it's optional. And David drops another Contradict, so he had Pavana double Contradict. That's nasty. That's going to help him accrue 1 card. He's going to net +1 and end the turn in a nice position.
No, it makes a copy. And it's original strength.
And then Cursed Mirror comes out to replicate her.
Or an 8, sorry. And I'll team attack, no pump.
So it's 9?
Yep, 9. No, like, so it'll be 10. I'm attacking it for 10. I have to unpump myself. Pump rush.
I see. Yeah, that's fine.
And then 1 and draw.
And then the Cursed Mirror allows him to get the +1 and draw, so return the favor. That was very nice for Justyn. Now he's got a Pavana and a lot of Imperium to defend it.
All in turn.
He could really use some Arcogs here to kind of put the nail in the coffin, but David has a pretty fat cemetery here, that Pavana in there, and that's going to allow him to start spamming Dorns at some point, which is what his deck is supposed to do, but he has burned all of his Contradicts, I believe. All that advantage and lead that Justyn got early is pretty much lost to the use of all those Contradicts, but he does not have to worry about them later, which is a good thing. And David will discard Armoros, giving him that +1 Imperium limit for the rest of the game.
The 10 is still nice. Ditching Armoros. Let's go. All Urzen for 4.
Justyn plays Urzen offensively.
Team attack. 8, 11, 12. I'll pump. So I'll pump Urzen, so you'll take 12.
I'll try to change the Urzen.
I'll pump the sack.
Sure.
And they're going to trade here. Again, Justyn netting +1.
Attempt to vanquish. 1 attack.
With those Urzens generate a lot of pluses. Apples can too. And now see Pasley comes in to shut down the Dorns.
So you'll take 6.
Although David does have Church, so he can still get his Resurrect off with Dorn, and then Dorn will die. And another Ring of Atonement coming out from David.
Ring's good.
And will he get what he needs to get rid of Passley and take advantage in the lead in this game? Forgotten, Yamura, and Chains. Forgotten Coin gets Pavana, so yet another Ring of Atonement that does not result in a -1, just kind of an even trade, but helps him build his optimal hand. And now, under the threat of Passley, let's see what he's going to do. He seems like he has a lot of options. Plays Cap for 1, lets it die, and gets Dorn. Now Dorn can get Yamura and run over the Passley, I believe.
Even rush top 8, you have 25 minutes left.
7 up. Trigger to pump, and then trigger to revive on Yamura.
I'll Exodus for 3.
Dorn gets Exodus. Ooh, maybe he should have divined the Yamura. But if you divine the Yamura, he can Dorn for Pavana, but that's not enough damage to get over Passley. Ooh, and he has a body for Passley too. My goodness. Burns his hand though. But he does have a big position here with Yamura and Church. If he can keep that Yamura alive for a turn, this game will end. He will resurrect Passley, and it will be over. Oh, Love Potion is massive. Taking Yamura. If he has an Urzen in there, he could res it, attack, draw 2. He can resurrect anything he wants here, but David has nothing in his cemetery. It's all spells, literally.
I will need to draw if it's really bad. Oh, you have Pavana's in hand.
I mean, he can get the Passley, but then he'll probably have to pass the Yamura back, and he can't do that because then David will start using the Yamura to fill his board up.
Spend 3 for dagger. I'll team attack your Dorn.
And he goes for a dagger play. Attempting to draw, probably needs like an apple or a citadel.
I'll spend.
Looks like
Cemetery Hunter. I'll crash into your Thorn. They'll die. I'll sack it for 3.
crashes the cemetery so you can go up to 7.
I will. Archon for 5, 1 to 2. I'll hit you. 3.
Goes for Arcog instead of resurrecting with Yamura.
I never used my pit. I'll enter.
That was you.
Oh shit.
You're at 16.
Yeah, Yammer comes back to you.
So I'm guessing he has a body obstruct for the Yamura, and he figures I can block the attack. If he uses effect, I'll body. And then the worst thing that's going to happen here is I'm going to lose Arcog to a Renee or something. He could recover from that. But if the Yamura goes off, he is going to be in big trouble. If David uses like body obstruct here and then resurrects the Arcog successfully, which I don't think it will. I think that's what he's going for here.
I'll use Yamura.
I'll body.
Yep. And Justyn did have the body. And doesn't have to worry about contradict either because David used them all early game. Pavana comes out. And it looks like Justyn uses Arcog because he wants to protect his health. Justyn needs to make a big move here.
I'll play.
Passley would be perfect. Arcog is... Oh, that is massive for him. He's going to draw 2 cards now. That's huge. That's potentially game ending.
I will.
that just put him in a monstrously dominating position of this game. And I think that's over. Just that draw 2 was, and now he's going to apple, so he's going to be at 4 cards in hand with Arcog and defense, I think.
Sounds good.
If David can get some Forgotten Coins into double Dorn, he is just desperately searching for something. Jacob is one of them. That's one of his outs. With that, he can get Forgotten Coin. The next turn, he can get Dorn back into Yamra, and Yamra can get Pavana, and he can just start going crazy. Doesn't have enough damage to run over Arcog. And Justyn has the answer. That's going to allow him to draw again off Dagger this turn. And another Ghost. That's insane. Draw 2 every turn. This is over.
Even rush top 8, you have 20 minutes left.
Really needed that Citadel when he had left motion the Yamra, but he did have a plan, and his plan worked.
Shoot for Skeleton. I'll attack you for 5, 6, and pump 7. So you'll take 5.
And now he's got Citadel Skeleton with Dagger Ghost. I mean, this guy's gonna draw 3-4 cards every turn. It's just gonna be over very quick. I don't see any way that David can recover from this, even with all his Forgotten Coins and Dorns and everything.
What do you mean? Actually, don't bug me. Dorn.
There comes a Dorn. And another sleeping from Justyn. Yeah. It's just too much. Justyn's drawing too many cards every turn. Oh, Coffin comes out. He exited his Ghost. He could have just sacked it to Citadel, but
Sorry, I apologize. 8. I'll spend 2 Lightning Glass Church. And then I will rush alone with Pump, attack Dorn, and draw.
Rush, killing Dorn by himself and drawing a card, and now Skeleton's going to come out and draw another card.
I'll attack you for 6 shields.
And it's just, the draw power is just too much. David can't keep up. Justyn got in a hugely dominating position as soon as he played Dagger Ghost and drew 2, and then did it again next turn. And just drew way too many cards. Had defense for everything shut. Every play down from David.
Use the Yamura, just put the Pavana down, and I think that's all you would have.
And we're going to go into an intense game 3. So far, this match has been a nail-biter.
I just wanted to kill you. I was like, there's a chance you don't have to.
All right. And game 3, these guys will do one last round of siding. That game was super intense. I mean, David's deck, the amount of recursion it has with triple Forgotten Coin, triple Dorn, all these big fat bodies in his deck like Yamura and Ryusei and Pavana. But he just Sorens every turn, discards a big body, and sets up for this kind of mid to late game where he just starts dropping Dorn bombs and you don't have the defense anymore to stop it.
How much time, Colin?
And that game was extremely close at one point. Could have gone either way, but Justyn started to get some draw power going and shut down literally everything David could do. And it's a little bit of the issue with playing with these kind of like mid to late game decks is if your opponent gets a lead early game, it can be kind of hard to recover, especially if they're drawing a lot. That's the biggest concern. If they have Citadel and they're just drawing with Skeleton every single turn, Ghost, it's just hard to keep up with. But we'll see what happens. Game 1 was pretty much over because of the massive trade they had in the beginning. In Game 2, Justyn was able to swing the game in his favor with draw power and trades. He won a lot of trades in Game 2. A lot of trades where David would use 2 cards to kill 1, and it just allowed Justyn to eventually win with just more cards. That's why we players usually ask how many cards you have in your hand. You have to guess what percentage of that is defense. You have to make educated guesses on what they have in their hand based on what they played so far and how much Imperium they have left over.
Yeah, 15 each game.
But when they're drawing cards like crazy, you can pretty much guess that they always have defense. And that's the issue with the draw power in this game and why you have to shut it down, is they just keep drawing defense, and if you're just drawing one card a turn and they're drawing 3 cards and one of those is defense, then they break your neck real quick.
Yep.
David starts off with Soren. Will he get the coin? He does. And Justyn is hating Holy right now. Every feature match he's played, the Holy players just open Ancient Coin prayer beads every game. I feel the pain.
Go for turn.
You said Holy needs it.
And
See possibly.
he's just going to pass after that. Cipasli comes out.
I'll attack you.
This looks just like
He'll take you out.
game 1.
Enter.
Does Justyn have the defense to protect that Cipasli? Cosmic Energy we saw took it out game 1, and that was brutal. There it is. Cosmic into Apple. Will David divine, Exodus, or contradict? And the Apple gets contradicted, and Justyn uses another Apple. So they'll trade. Justyn will have lost 1 card in that trade, and David lost 2. So Justyn actually wins the trade. And he Exoduses the Renee, so that she will not have an effect anymore while she's on the field, and that will allow Ghost to get a draw offer if it goes through.
Team attack for 6. Wait, on damage calculation, I'll spend 3 and play dagger as well. Okay.
Goes for the draw too,
When you trigger the ghost, it'll attempt to body it.
Okay.
except Ghost gets bodied, but he will draw off that dagger, immediately replacing itself, and now that dagger will give him insane amounts of plussing the rest of the game. It's already paid for itself. The draw 2 would have been real nice though. But David opening up with a lot of removal. Oh man, if Ancient Coin's first turn, now Forgotten Coin gets a Renee back. It's just so hard to keep those Renees out of the game when you got 3 Forgotten Coin, 3 Dorn. That sucker just keeps coming back every turn.
I will.
But both players have big hands here. It's still very early in the game. Urzen coming out.
You're at 6. I'll pump Urzen. Team attack into your ghost.
How much is that?
6. It's 6.
Justyn attacks for 6, trying to proc Renee's effect so he can kill her later this turn.
Renee's good. I'll spend 1. Cemetery. I'll put this sack.
Oh, attacking this? Yeah, that's fine.
And then
Yeah, like after.
Urzen
After.
sack.
Yes, Urzen sack. Is that good?
he misheard. He heard attack, not sack.
I'm gonna try and change Urzen.
Urzen.
Chains the Urzen. That's not good for Justyn. He needed that draw desperately there. If he got the draw off, it would let him play another soldier to get over that Renee, and then he'd be in a dominating position, but losing the draw there actually really hurts because that cemetery is doing nothing right now. And Justyn's just going to fill up his board with weenies and try to stall a little bit. He's actually going to crash the cemetery. Maybe go for an Arcog and go to 0. Or another Ghost and go to 1.
I will attempt to. Oh yeah, you go first. I'll attempt to vanquish it 1 o'clock. And then I'll attempt to change your Renee.
Oh, he uses it to
Urzen going to 4.
get rid of the Renee, and then goes to 4 and passes with 1 card. So, is that a bluff or is it defense? It's probably defense. I don't think Justyn would waste his Urzen here without defense in his hand. Oh, another ancient coin. David has drawn all the coins. It's just so hard to deal with every turn, getting back Renee and drawing extra cards. And when you're playing 1-for-1 removal, the deck with the most draw power is going to win. Although the cat comes out, and that's opportunity for Justyn to draw with his dagger, so he probably doesn't mind the cat.
Oh, that's good.
Kirby for 0.
Sorry?
Kirby for 0.
Kirby's is good.
Uses prayer beads, goes to 5 here. Plays a second cat. And takes out the weenies, but can he stop that dagger? I mean, if he has a contradict for dagger, it's going to be brutal. Ooh, ghost and dagger now. He has to team attack.
Spend 1 for skill.
Or he could do that and take out both ghosts.
We'll attempt to kill a...
Worst card in the
Or not, like I'll pump up. Sorry, I apologize, but I will pump it up for 4. That's good.
You trigger the dagger.
Ooh, he does have the contradict. That sucks.
Cat effect is good.
That's not what Justyn wanted. He was desperately relying on that dagger to
And then ghost attempt.
recover all his lost cards. And meanwhile, David's been dropping a coin every turn. That actually really hurts big time, but maybe this ghost will draw him something he needs. He could... The best card he could get right now is probably Citadel.
Good. Trigger.
And he's going to draw, but David's going to search again. I think he got Dorn the last time, or Jacob, and now he's going to get Dorn. Double Dorn goes to his hand, I believe, and
Oh, sorry, man.
Justyn probably has 1 defense in his hand, but I don't think he can stop both Dorns, and that's a big problem. Although there's not really much in the cemetery, I don't think. Maybe a Renee and a cat. Here comes Dorn number 1.
For Renee. I'll sleep.
There's the sleeping.
Body.
Damn, and the second Dorn gets shut down as well. He drew another defense off that ghost. And because one of the Dorns stays on the board that allow him to draw again with the ghost next turn.
Yep.
YOLO Soren here, something desperate. Dropping a 1 is not optimal, but he has Forgotten Coin again, gets the Dorn back, I would assume. Gets a Renee, drops to 0, and goes to kill the ghost, but I think... Does Justyn have an Arcog? No, he doesn't. Oh, that is brutal for Justyn. That is absolutely brutal. There's just no way he can keep up with all these coins and all this recursion.
I have a really question for you because I can't remember.
It's too bad he didn't have an Arcog there, or he could have actually come back. Not opening Citadel is very devastating for Evil in these games when Holy is just Sorening every turn. Citadel Skeleton is better, but Soren Coin is pretty much guaranteed.
14.
I'll pump up. Take 12. Yep. 15. Go for turn. Apple. Or sorry, yeah, love potion, sorry. Or Renee. Sure. Okay. And then I will Renee and
Love potions, Renee.
will attack Renee. I'll pump rest himself. Yeah. Attempt to apple Renee.
Attempts to apple the Renee. Oh, the dagger. That is devastating. Love potions. Lets a love potion go through.
Was that,
And he waited to use the divine until Justyn used a card to sacrifice.
This is owner's hand.
yeah, no, I was just checking. Spend 1 to bring you
Oh,
back.
yeah, my bad.
Skeleton.
Yep.
Enter. Oh, no Arcogs, man, kill you.
Yeah, Justyn got no Arcogs this game, and David drew extremely
No
well.
Arcog at all.
Extremely well. I mean, he Sorined, I think, 4 coins this game,
Yep, same thing.
and had Contradicts
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'll be at
and a bunch of Renees that kept coming back.
Arcog. Attempt to kill the one. And then enter.
Chooses not to bring out his skeleton. The removal comes out from chains,
That's game.
and that's game.
Really good game. Got it too late.
Yeah, Arcog, Justyn asked for Arcog, and
Really too late.
he finally gets it, but it's just way too late, and David will take the W, moving on to top 4 with Open the Dorn deck. We'll see you on the next one.